George Zimmerman has been acquitted of all charges against him, but the NAACP says this case is far from over. Now they are calling for the Justice Department to investigate. The Justice Department, of course, already has a civil rights violation investigation open into this. Joining us now is radio talk show host David Webb, who's been following this case from the very beginning. David, does this warrant, do you think, a response from the Justice Department?
No, it doesn't. Actually, it warrants an inspector general taking a look at the activities of the Justice Department so far in this case, especially when it comes to the CRS unit.
Tell us what that is. Tell us what the CRS unit and what they've done so far.
This unit was formed. The Community Relations Service Unit is a small unit that was formed after 1964 when the Civil Rights Act went into effect. Their job and their charge, and I want to be really clear about this for the American people, that when you look at this unit, they're charged with, and I quote, and this is from their website, preventing and resolving racial and ethnic tensions, incidents and civil disorders, and in restoring racial stability and harmony, not in picking a side, which is what they did when they went down there from March 25th to April 12th, and in 7 different incidents, paid for rallies, paid for transportation, facilitated meetings that led to the firing of Chief Bill Lee. They picked a side.
Paid for rallies, anti-George Zimmerman rallies.
Anti-George Zimmerman rallies. This is not supposed to be the actions of our highest law enforcement office or any of its units, which, by the way, report to the president. And we have Eric Holder, a very politicized Department of Justice now, not the professionals who work there, but a department and Eric Holder that is clearly in how they act towards the new Black Panther Party, who, by the way, violated the law when they issued a reward for George Zimmerman. Maybe they should be looking into that. That was a violation of law.
Doesn't it start with the president? I mean, it's trickled down, right? The president throws his hat into the ring and starts talking about this case.
Yeah, the president says, and he says, I'm speaking to the families, but he's really injecting himself when he says, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon Martin. Well, I'm happy for the president that he can think of his construct son. But as president of the United States and as the executive branch, you're charged with enforcing the laws, not picking a side or the type of justice you prefer.
So what's the possible justification for the Obama administration using tax dollars to support anti-George Zimmerman rallies?
Well, think about what the tactics are of the left. You separate people into groups. For Hispanics, this is what matters. For women, it's the war on women. For blacks, it's redistributive justice. The Warren courts didn't go far enough, according to the president, whatever the case may be. And you keep people, you relegate them to the position where they support what you need by voting. This is a larger narrative. And I'm asking Americans to go wider and pull back and look at the overall operation, if you will, for the past 5 years of this administration and of those that support it. There are black men shooting white men using stand your ground as a defense. So they say stand your ground is a problem in Florida. Why weren't they out there for the Trevor Dooley case saying there's a problem with stand your ground? There are 5 people killed in Chicago since Wednesday, 24 injured. There is a tragedy with over 70 people in Chicago, black people shot and killed, regardless of who killed them. Failure of leadership by Rahm Emanuel, failure of the top police leadership, and then the media. Where is the media that's frankly complicit in some quarters? Ali, you talked about this deceptive edit of the 911 call, and all those other outlets that don't come out and just report the facts but make the news. As Americans, we need to reject this kind of behavior. And we need to reject it openly, not what's going on in Oakland. That's not a rejection. That's actually anti-justice and due process.
David Webb, thanks so much for being here with your perspective.
Appreciate it.
Great to talk to you.
Thank you.